The hunt for Nessie is back. You know, the Loch Ness Monster, Scotland's mysterious and probably mythical creature. Wait, the latter may ruffle some feathers. Because try telling Nessie enthusiasts that the creature is mythical. This coming weekend on August 26th and 27th, hundreds of them will take part in a hunt for the monster. Monster hunters will come from far and wide, from the likes of Japan and New Zealand. This will be the largest hunt for the creature in half a century. Volunteers with a taste for the supernatural will participate in a surface watch. Many will be involved in person, while others will be glued to their screens catching the live stream. The methods may be different, but all participants will look for breaks in the water. They'll try to catch even the slightest of movements. And this time, they have advanced tech on their side, the kind that's never been used before, like drones for thermal images, infrared cameras, and a hydrophone to detect acoustic signals. Basically, people will go to some serious lengths to settle the debate. They hope to decide, if not prove, whether the famed monster even exists. Question is, how did this come about in the first place? What's the origin of this story? It all started 90 years ago, when a hotel manager named Aldie Mackay in Scotland's Loch Ness came running into the bar. She told her audience that she'd witnessed a water beast. This grabbed everyone's attention like anything. The sighting made headlines everywhere and birthed the modern-day myth of the Loch Ness Monster. Many say the creature is as real as Bigfoot. Others believe the opposite. They say the myth is rooted in truth. Then there are others who are completely invested in the matter. And this has spurred a host of investigations. Look at this one from 1973. Scotland. Search for Loch Ness Monster by Japanese team begins. 1973. The Japanese team is seen on the hunt, with divers jumping into the loch, all to track down Nessie. But they couldn't. The reason? Not that the creature doesn't exist, but because they couldn't stay too long. The water was freezing. Then there are others who are unraveling the mystery by making most of the myth. Some say a real-world dinosaur may have inspired the loch legend. This is a plesiosaur. It was found in 1990 in England, and because of its deemed connection to Nessie, it's worth about $800,000.
We've nicknamed it Nessie because of the shape, as many people believe that the silhouette of the Loch Ness Monster, so-called Loch Ness Monster, was inspired by this creature. And they do come from the same region, of course, though the lake bed of the Loch Ness, of course, was formed far, 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 far later than this creature died. So the likelihood of plesiosaurs having lived in the Loch Ness are pretty much zero. But it's interesting to note that creatures of this shape and size did live in that region. So perhaps there is some other kind of tale that has been passed down to inspire the Loch Ness story.
Perhaps, but it's all conjecture. No one has ever seen the Loch Ness Monster after that one claim 90 years ago. Yet it continues to inspire investigations. Also memes, cartoons, and movies. But before we end this story, here's a question for you. What do you call 10 Loch Ness Monsters in the USA? Tennessee. Question is, how did this come about in the first place? What is the origin of this story?